You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 14, Episode 2. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, we're talking about how to avoid blending in on the show floor and instead some tips and tools for standing out and being distinct. There's no doubt we live in a noisy world with thousands of messages constantly flying at us from all directions, both online and off. That assault of information definitely holds true for a trade show floor as well. Perhaps even more so because of the concentration of messages in a limited space and time frame. So what hope does any exhibitor have of standing out in this ocean of messages? The key is to find a way to be distinct. I recently listened to a podcast interview with Scott McKain, author of Create Distinction, and his newest book, simply titled Iconic. You'll find a link for the interview in the show notes so that you can go and check it out yourself. But he outlines what he calls the 4 cornerstones of distinction, and those definitely apply to exhibit marketers. Number 1, clarity is defining what you're all about in a simple, easily understood way. This is one of the most important parts of exhibiting. I often refer to it as the 5 to 7 second rule, where you make sure people can grasp who you are and what you do in a matter of seconds, or else they'll just pass right on by your booth. Number 2, creativity comes into play when you find some way to put your own unique spin on what you do that your competitors don't. Trying to get attention on the show floor with a generic same old message won't convince anyone to spend time learning about how you can help them. Number 3, communication is not only what you're sharing, but how you share it. Facts and data only get you so far. Instead, find a way to tell a story. Or even better, draw your audience into the story with interactive elements. Make it real for them. And McKain calls the final cornerstone customer experience focus, which brings up another critical component of exhibiting, creating an engaging experience. Messaging alone is not enough. You need to engage, educate, and entertain your ideal audience. Guide them through every aspect of your story and what they can expect next. Focus more on building the relationship and creating a memorable experience than on selling them anything. And for more on this topic, be sure to check out my report that I wrote for the Center for Exhibition Industry Research, or CEIR, called Design to Engage. So how can you be more distinct and therefore more memorable? There are as many answers for that as there are exhibitors, because the very definition of being distinct means ultimately finding your own way. But there are some basic strategies you should consider on the road to becoming distinct. Design an engaging exhibit that is uncluttered and has one easy-to-grasp theme and/or message. Create a pre-show promotion campaign that not only gets the word out about what you have to offer, but why attendees should care and what benefit they'll receive from spending time in your booth. Educate your staff on how to creatively engage and effectively communicate with those who do indicate interest in your company. And finally, craft a memorable post-show follow-up campaign that solidifies not only your core message, but also why you are the right choice for them. If you've followed me for any length of time, these 4 strategies will sound very familiar. Yet, few exhibitors take the time to do all of them. I hear all kinds of excuses, but really it boils down to one thing: focus. In order to stand out on the show floor and get the results you desire, you have to spend some time focusing on what you will do to make an impact and become distinct. It doesn't happen by accident. If you enjoyed what you heard today and would like to spread the word about the Trade Show Insights podcast, please take a minute to leave a rating and/or review in iTunes. This helps to boost visibility so more people will find the show. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it is shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.